This presentation was created by Lauren Odland, and it's titled Controlled Vocabulary. The purpose of this presentation is to teach library and information science students how to complete a controlled vocabulary search using online library databases. For my example, I will use the ERIC Medline with full text and ProQuest Direct databases. What is the rate of alcoholism among Native Americans will be the query, and alcoholism in Native Americans will be the facets. To complete a controlled vocabulary search within the ERIC database, you first have to choose a query. Mine was rate of alcoholism among Native Americans. Then choose facets. Mine were alcoholism in Native Americans. Go to the ERIC thesaurus found at the top of the page or at the top of the database. Type in the first facet, alcohol, in my case it was alcoholism. Select term contains, browse for term, select explode, which is to the right of the term of your choice. Select add using or, and finally select the search button at the top of the page. Now that you have used the thesaurus to complete a search for your first facet, you now select the thesaurus again, type in your second facet, which in my case is Native Americans, select term contains, browse for the term, select explode, select add using or, and select the search button at the top of the page. Now that you have used the thesaurus to complete searches for your facets, you will now select Search History, clear the search box at the top of the page, select S1 and S2 or Search 1 and Search 2, select Search with End, and limit your search as desired. I limited mine to full text and peer-reviewed. Now that you have searched in the thesaurus for all of your facets, you can now choose a desired number of relevant articles. I chose two, and the two that were relevant to my search were American Indian, Alaska Native alcohol-related incarceration and treatment, and recent alcohol use and episodic heavy drinking among American Indian youths. Other databases, such as Medline with full text and ProQuest Direct, do not have their thesaurus located at the top of the page and labeled the thesaurus as ERIC does. The thesaurus for Medline with full text is located at the top of the page and is labeled MESH 2016. Just like with ERIC, you need to choose a query in facets, then go to MESH 2016, type in your first facet, which in my case was alcoholism, select term contains, browse for the term, and in MESH, you have the option of selecting explode or major concept, both which are to the right of the term You choose, which in my case was alcoholism, and then select Search Database. You will now select MESH 2016 again. Type in your second facet, which in my case was Native Americans. Select Term Contains, browse for term. Select Explode or Major Concept to the right of the term, just like before, and select Search Database. Now that you have searched the thesaurus for all of your facets, you can now select Search History, clear the search box at the top of the page, select S1 and S2, search with End, and limit your search as desired. You can now choose the desired number of relevant articles. The two I chose are Native Americans and alcohol, past, present, and future, and American Indians and alcohol. The third and final database I will discuss is ProQuest Direct. To access the thesaurus, you must first go to Advanced Search. Choose a query and facets, go to Advanced Search, then Thesaurus, both of which are at the top of the page. Type in the first facet, select Contains Word or Words, browse for the term, select the term, select Desired Broader Narrower Terms, select Combine using OR, and finally select Search the Database. Notice how the thesaurus is displayed in a new window. You will again go to Advanced Search and then Thesaurus. Type in the second facet, select Contains Words, browse for the term, select the term, select Desired Broader Narrower Terms, select Combine using OR, and finally search the database. You will now select Recent Searches, type in 1 and 2 in the box at the top of the page, search the database, and limit your search as desired. Choose the desired number of relevant results. The two I chose are factors associated with remission from alcohol dependence in an American Indian community group and organization and financing of alcohol and substance abuse programs for American Indians and Alaska Natives. Notice all these subtle differences between the three databases. For example, in ERIC and Medline with full text, you select 1 and 2, but in ProQuest Direct you type 1 and 2. Also notice how all three databases offer different relevant articles. I hope all the viewers enjoyed this presentation and that it aids them with their online research.